Hi, this is Lefty Dad, and I'm going to be doing a game today from my 1948 replay, which is now down to September 11th, so of 1948. So the teams have played about 134 games, so there are 20 games to go. You can see up here in the upper left-hand corner in the American League, I'm going to be playing a game between the New York Yankees and the Washington Senators. New York is in first place, Washington is in last place, but you can see that there's almost a three-way tie. In fact, it looks like New York and Cleveland, the Indians won the pennant that year. They just have a couple of hitters that are underperforming that are keeping them from doing even better. But actually, if you look here, their current winning percentage is .676. The Yankees' are winning percentage is .679, so barely doing better. But in real life, the Indians' percentage was .626, so they're doing a lot better in this replay than they did in real life. So I guess, there are other people that are overperforming. And Boston is a half a game out, the Red Sox. So that's the game I'll be doing today. You can look here at this neat summary they have here for replay. This is the New York Yankee page. You can see they are 9-1 in their last 10 games. They're going to be playing on the road where they're 40-20, and their winning streak is at 2 games. They just got done taking 2 out of 3 from Boston. They're going to have 2 games against Washington, and then a pretty big game against Cleveland. It kind of looks like it's a makeup game from earlier in the year. Bob Lemon for the Indians just won his 25th game, so he's the leading pitcher in terms of wins are considered. You can look down here and see that Lemon has 25, Vic Rashi has 20, and in the National League nobody yet has 20 wins. Joe DiMaggio will be playing today. I'm sure he has 32 home runs, second in the American League, and he's leading both leagues in runs batted in at 135. So on to the game, and Tommy Henrik. Now I apologize if I mispronounce any of these words, but names, but I wasn't around in 1948. And I didn't really know anything about the 1948 season until I started this replay, and I've replayed every single inning of every single game for all the teams, so it's quite an immersive experience. You can look up here and see Washington is in last place, and they've lost their last 12 games. But you never can tell. Allie Reynolds is going to be pitching 12-8. He has not been the powerhouse that some of the other pitchers have been. And Forrest Thompson is pitching. It's only his 5th start of the year. He only has 5 starts. So we're going to let the computer manage or take control the Senators. Forrest Thompson, he's 30 years old, and he did have a complete game shutout for Cleveland against Cleveland back in on August 19th. But this is going to be his 6th start. His ERA is high. He's a lefty. And DiMaggio is in the lineup. He's hitting 4th. So here we go. And we're at Griffith Stadium. So Sternweiss is up, and he strikes out. And you can see here, this is a direct port of the board game. So everything is just exactly like the port game. But the programming is the best there is, you'll find, for a computer baseball stats-based game. The red die 2, means that you're going to look at the 2 column here for both the hitter and the batter. And this is really a game, there's nothing under the hood, so you can see why everything happens the way it does, just like you would in the board game. But it truly merges the hitter and the pitcher. It's not a 50-50 game, as they call it. It really does merge them into one. So you've got a red 2, that is the 2 column. then you have a white 3, and that refers to the three row of the hitter, and then you have a blue 4, and that's the 4 row for the pitcher, and you get a 4 on the pitching card and a 6 on the hitting card. I mean a 2, and that adds up to 6. So if you get a 6, if you were playing the board game, you'd have these charts, and you can see here that a 6 is a strikeout. If one of these numbers had been 1 higher, it would have been a foul out, and that's how it regulates, strikeouts happening and things like that. But this is really neat because you get to actually see the chart, but you don't have to go, looking through a whole long list of outcomes, and you don't have to, flip to a chart. You see just a little bit right here that would show you the difference of what happened. So on we go, and Henrik is up. Henrik has a 37-game hitting streak, so I don't think he's going to get 56 or whatever it was that DiMaggio got, but 37 is the best so far in this replay. And this could be a hit. It's a looping drive to center, and we're going to see, oh, the hitting streak continues, 38. Okay, that is taken care of. Normally it would go right to the next hitter, but I have it set where I have to hit the enter key. But you can see how easy this is. You can just hit the enter key over and over, and you keep going. This is Hank Bauer, and it's his rookie season. And in fact, he didn't get called up until September 6th. And somebody on the replay forum said that Hank Bauer has a face that looks like a closed fist, I believe, what was the phrase. But the Yankees have put him in the 3rd spot. These are all real lineups from every single day, the exact replay lineup. And he's only hitting he only hit 180, so he's not exactly helping the cause here for the Yankees to come in first place, because he's in the spot where really the most important hitter probably is, and he only hit 180. But let's see what he does here. We hope he doesn't hit a double play. He might, but the fielders are not so great on the Senators. On the infield, you have numbers between 1 and 5. 1 is the best, so Mickey Vernon is the best, and then 5 is the worst. But you can see, and rarely do you see a 5, but 4s are next to worst, and so these are all next to worst. The little numbers on top indicate how often they make an error. The higher the number, the fewer the errors. In the outfield, it's the opposite. The higher the number, the better. So again, I'm a little, I'm hesitant to say this guy's name, but Cohen is the best, and Stewart is the worst, and they're all bad at making errors. So we'll see what happens. Here's Joe DiMaggio now with the runner on first, and Joe is going to walk. He's got a 408 on base percentage, you can see here, and he's hitting 339. Okay, now Johnny Lindell, and Johnny Lindell platooned and usually played whenever a left-handed pitcher was on the mound. So Forrest Thompson is left-handed. Forrest Thompson is only 5'11", and he's from North Carolina. And he is a rookie. He's 30 years old. It's his rookie season. He started the season in April. And now here's Johnny Lindell. So 2 men on, Johnny Lindell up, and that's going to be a strikeout. Ooh, Forrest Thompson. Mowed him down. Okay, we go to the bottom of the first. Allie Reynolds is on the mound, 31 years old, ERA under 4. He's pitched 210 innings so far. His ERA is a little worse than it was in real life. His whip is a little better than it was in real life. And I guess, I don't know how many starts, I can't tell from this how many starts he had. But it looks like he probably has about 20 or 30 more innings to go, and he would have to win 4 games to do what he did. And he really, he's pitched well, but he's not done what the other pitchers have done. But still, the Yankees are overperforming. There's going to be a short fly to left for Eddie Yost. And now here's Al Kozar, again, I hope that's how you pronounce his name, not hitting so great. They're going to be a ground out to Snuffy. And now we go to Gil Cohen. Cohen is a kind of a riddle in Zen Buddhism. I don't think that has any relevance to Gil here. And that's going to be a strikeout. Top of the first, Billy Johnson is up, who is really hitting great, 340. He always plays against the left-handers. Plays against a lot of right-handers too, but he only hit 294, so he's way over what he would normally do. I have to say that this game is remarkably accurate, though. Statistically, you know, you've got 1,000 players, you're going to have some variances, but overall, it is really great. So there's a ground out to the shortstop. Now here's Phil Rizzuto, and that could be, nope, it's a foul out to the shortstop. So 2 out, top of the second. Here's Gus Niaros. I hope that's how you pronounce his name. He has played in the catching position a lot in the second half of the season. And Yogi Berra is not playing today, I think, because there's a left-handed pitcher and he's a left-handed hitter. But Yogi Berra has played mostly in right field this season. So here's Niaros. It's going to be a walk. He's fast. Okay, Ali is up now with 2 out, hitting 167. That's going to be could be a wild pitch. No, the catcher blocks it in the dirt. So Reynolds is still up. This could be an error. Christman is not great, but he's, oh, that is an error. He is better in terms of not committing errors than a lot of the others on this team, but it's a 61, and the numbers here in the air only go up to 6-6, red and white, 6-6, so practically everybody's going to make an error. But anyway, the Yankees do have a runner on with 2 out. Sternweiss hitting 292. That's going to be a walk, I think, yeah. Bases loaded. Okay, for Tommy Henrik. Lefty against lefty, but Henrik, the 6th column is the power column, and he's going to hit a home run no matter if it's a right-hander or a left-hander if he gets the right number. There's a double. That's a double in the corner. Sternweiss is fast, and he scores. So Henrik doubles with the bases loaded and clears the bases. Yankees are up 3-0. Here's Bauer. Bauer's going to hit a home run, maybe. It could be his only home run of the year, and he does. He had to roll a 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. If he rolled a 1, it would have been a single. Okay, so let's see. Bauer hit 1 home run. He was up 50 times. He didn't come up until September 6th, just about a week ago or so. So he got his 1 home run. He hit a triple in real life, so he hadn't done that yet, but he does have his double. He had 9 hits, and he's got 4 of them so far. Okay, here's Joe DiMaggio. This is going to be a close play at first. If the 6-sided dice is a 1 or a 6, he'll be safe. And he is safe. He legged it out, got his foot in there just before. And now Thompson has given up 5 runs. If you give up 6 runs, you automatically go from your A rating here to your B rating. And this would show you. So what has happened here, there's a kind of an algorithm or a formula that the computer does. You could figure this out too, but it's kind of complicated if you're playing the board game, so I don't have to worry about it with the PC game. But he has allowed so many base runners in 1 inning that this early hook rule came out, and that puts him on his B grade ratings. So these are the ratings that he gets, the B instead of the A. He's not so great on the A level to begin with. There's not that big of a difference. But if he can get out of the inning without allowing another run, I believe, or maybe it's another base runner, then he could go back to his A rating, I think. Anyway, let's see here. If he lets in that sixth run, he's going to be done. Anyway, in terms of, you see now, he's gone to his B ratings, so that's down here. So instead of a 4 in the first column, he's a 5. Instead of a 3 in the 3 column, he's a 4. So he's a little bit worse, but he's really bad already. Okay, DiMaggio, if he can get a good jump, this asterisk, if he can get a good jump, then he will steal. So he's going to have to, Forrest Thompson, he's a lefty, he's really good at keeping runners on, and Jake Early is a really good catcher, so it's going to be practically impossible. Oh, but he does. He had to get above a 56, he got a 63. And then if you get above that, you get a good jump and you automatically steal a base. So DiMaggio steals a base, Lindell is up. This is going to be a ground out to the shortstop, and we'll see. So I guess this 29 up here on Forrest Thompson indicates how many batters he can face. And there is no number here. Normally there's a little number, and in order to see if you can go back to your A ratings, they roll a dice under the hood, so to speak, but it shows you what they rolled, a 5, and it's higher than his early hook rating of 0, because there's no number here. I guess it's 0. So he's back to his A rating. You'll see right after I do this. Okay, he's back to A rating. But and actually these numbers down here are the hit and run numbers, although I think the B means, but this is his good rating here. Oh, actually I'm looking at Allie Reynolds, so forget that I said all that. Never mind. Okay, there's a ground out to Henrik, and now Mickey Vernon, who's not really had a very good year, he grounds out the second baseman, Sherry Robertson, not having a good year, which is the case with a lot of these Washington Senators. Okay, Forrest Thompson is the batter, and if he gives up one more run, then he's going to go into his B ratings, and they'll probably just take him out. He can face 15 more hitters, and you can see over here Reynolds can face 25 more hitters. And then there's always the possibility that, Johnson's going to hit it out here. And he does. 12th home run. Okay, that's his 6th run. You're going to see that Thompson is going to really fizzle now. Everything is going to be the worst, and they're just going to take him out. This game has great sound, and in fact I have a sound mod that makes it even better. I have it turned off because it's just too loud when I'm doing something like this, but the sound is great. There's a voice that is nice. I've heard the voice speak tens of thousands of times, and it doesn't ever get on your nerves. It's very effective and easy to listen to. Now, when you bring a relief pitcher in, you have the option of making one of his columns the best rating. So you'll see the computer has chosen 3. It'll be everything in the 3 column for one hitter will be a 1. See, it'll all be a 1. And they bring in Tom Ferrick, who is their best relief pitcher. I don't know what the situation there is in the bullpen. They could be a lot of exhausted people because the pitchers are not very good on this team. Okay, there's one out. Now here's Niaros, and he is going to fly out to center. And here's Reynolds, and he's going to ground out to the shortstop. So the Yankees have a 6-0 lead. We'll see if Reynolds now, he's lowering his ERA, but he's pitched 212 innings, so it's going to be hard for him to really drastically improve his ERA, even if he throws a shutout. There's a ground out for Chrisman, pitcher to first baseman. Now here's Jake Early for his first at bat, not a hitter. He's a defensive player primarily. He fouls out. Now Ferrick, we'll see if they pinch hit for him. No, they're going to let him hit, and he grounds out. He is only his 3rd at bat this season. He's been on the team all season, so he usually pitches late in the game, so he doesn't really ever get up to bat. Sternweiss is up. He's going to get a base hit to center field. That raises his average from 292 to 293. Here's Henrik. He's got his hit. In fact, he's got 2 hits, a single and a double. Maybe he'll go for the cycle. No. Fly out to left. 1 out. Okay, here's Bauer. And he's going to get, that's a line out. Thought it would have been a little higher up there on the pitcher column, like a 4. it still would have been a line out. It had to be a 16. So, and now here's DiMaggio. This is going to be a leaping catch by the shortstop to end the inning. Okay, we go to the bottom of the sixth. The Reynolds can still face 22 hitters, you see over here. So he's probably going to be able to go the distance. There is a ground out pitcher to first base. Here's Kozar, who grounded out to the second baseman. This is going to be a ground out to the shortstop. And now the number 3 hitter, Cohen, who struck out last time, and he's going to be a ground out to the pitcher. So 3 up, 3 down, and we go to the top of the 5th. Lindell is up. He's yet to get a hit. He's been up twice. He's hitting .328. There's a strikeout. Varick is good. His ERA is under 3, as you can see. He's 0-5. But he is really he's just on a really bad team. He's on the worst team imaginable. But he's good. There's a ground out to the second baseman for Billy Johnson. And now Phil Rizzuto, 30 years old. There's going to be a single to left. So he gets a hit. 2 out, runner on first. Yaros is up, and that's going to be a strikeout. So we go to the bottom of the 5th. Stewart is up. He's their best hitter. And that's going to be a ground out to the shortstop, Rizzuto. Now Mickey Vernon is up. Mickey Vernon, 30 years old. He only hit .242 in real life, and he's hitting .242 currently. He's got 58 more at-bats. He's got 43 strikeouts, exactly what he did before. He's been thrown out. He's 10 behind on his stolen bases. 3 home runs. That's perfectly accurate. So we'll see what he can do. I expected him to be a better hitter, but I guess that was part of the thing he did early in his career. We got a shutout going. In fact, we have a no-hitter going. We'll have to see if he's walked anybody. This could be a perfect game we have going. Scarborough is in now to pitch. He has 21 starts. He's 10-8, so he's a winning record on a team that is about 50 games below 500. And he was good. He was 15-8, so he's 10-8. So he's doing exactly the way he ought to. His ERA is even better than it was. Reynolds grounds out to the pitcher. Sternweiss grounds out to the second baseman. And Griffith Stadium, you can see it has this big, tall wall in right field, and it's practically impossible to hit a home run here. These numbers up here indicate for a right-handed batter or left-handed batter how likely they are to hit a home run. And if you roll an 11 up here, you have no chance. If you roll a 10, you have like a 1 in. I mean, it's a small percentage. Same with the 9. All of these, it's really difficult in terms of ballpark factors to hit a home run here. Here's Henrik, and he's going to hit a home run. So I'd say that it's very difficult to hit a home run. And we can look at the box score here, and the pitchers have given up 3 home runs. Bauer's hit 1, Billy Johnson and Henrik has now hit 1. So the Yankees are really clobbering it. Here's Bauer. This is going to be a line out to the shortstop. Leaping catch. And here's Reynolds. Now Reynolds has not walked anybody, so lo and behold, he's going into the 6th inning with a perfect game. Chrisman is up and he's going to strike out. Only the 2nd strikeout for Reynolds. Now here's Early. That's going to be a pop out to the 3rd baseman. And Scarborough, I think they'll probably take him out. Yeah, they will. Sammy Meeks comes in to hit. Sammy strikes out. So the perfect game continues. I guess you see these perfect games at the end of the season when you're playing the worst team in the league. Okay, here's Joe DiMaggio, 1 for 2 with a walk. There's a home run. So forget all that stuff I said about home runs being hard here, but these guys are just clobbering the ball. 11 is the highest number a hitter can get. And this number is average, but he had to get a 13 or a 14 to get a home run, and with that 11, it's pretty hard. I mean, you'd have to be a pitcher who never gives up a home run to avoid a big hit like that. Now Lindell could get a home run too if he gets the same number that DiMaggio got. So Lindell could get a home run here. Now this is where the chart, this is where the ballpark factor comes in. So he is going to have to roll a 6 to get a home run, and that would, see, here's a 6 up here for a right-handed batter. A 6 will practically always be a home run, but anything else will just be a single, and he gets a 4, so it's just a single. So that, other ballparks, there'll be a lot more home runs here, so that's how the ballpark effects work. And now here's Billy Johnson. This is going to be a walk, and Roth is not a good, he's not such a great pitcher. He's bad. He came up in May this year, so he's a rookie. He's a 20-year-old rookie from Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Now Phil Rizzuto is up. Just let these guys hit away. Probably going to be possibly a double play. So they hit to the third baseman. Now, depending on how good Kozar is as a pivot man at second base to complete the double play, it's a 6-sided dice. He's going to have to roll a 3 or less to get a double play, and he rolls a 3, so it is a double play. Okay, so now we have 2 out, runner on third. Miaros is up, hasn't got a hit yet. It's going to be a walk. 2 outs, Reynolds is up, and he's going to ground out to the shortstop. So
it's the bottom of the 7th, and we've got a no-hitter going.
Oh, see, somehow the voice. The voice came on, and I thought I had it all turned off, but the voice just said he's got a no-hitter going. Actually, he's got a perfect game going. He says, we're in the 7th, and we've got a no-hitter going. Well, it's a perfect game. And Yost is going to get a hit. Gets a hit to center field. So there goes the perfect game. There goes the no-hitter, but it's 8-0. The shutout is still a possibility. There could possibly be a double play if the computer can roll a number higher, 5 or a 6. It's a double play. A 4 or less, it's just a. Oh, it throws a 5, rolls a 5, so it is a double play. So now there are 2 outs, and Gil Cohen strikes out. So we'll go to the top of the 8th, 8-0. It was very interesting because we almost had a perfect game, but we've had a lot of home runs here, which is kind of unusual. There's a walk, Sternweiss, and now here's Henrik. That's going to be a line out to left field. Now here's Hank Bauer. He's going to mess this up. Yeah, he was playing in for a double play, playing halfway, and that ball was hit so sharply it went off his glove. So Roth can continue until somebody gets on base, and then he's going to go to his B rating, so he's almost out of gas. DiMaggio is up, but DiMaggio grounds in a double play, so he got out of it. The inning's over, and Stewart is up. This is a tough play, but Sternweiss is rated a 1. Normally, it would glance off his glove, but he's a 1. He's the best. Reynolds has 9 more hitters he can face, so he's easily going to be able to finish this game out. Vernon, possibly, no, it could be a foul out. If we roll a 1 to 44, it's a foul out to the catcher. And it's not, they roll a 66, so it's not. Okay, Vernon is still up. That'd be a ground out to the second baseman. And now Robertson is up, and he grounds out to the second baseman. So it's still a 1-hitter that Reynolds is throwing, and it's going to help the Yankees even more completely claim first place. I think they'll be half a game ahead of Cleveland if they can stay in here. Here's Garcia. He strikes out Lindell. So we're at the top of the ninth. Billy Johnson is up. He's going to fly out to right field. And now Rizzuto is up, and he's going to pop out to the third baseman. So it's the bottom of the ninth. I don't know if we can improve our defense any. We can actually improve a little bit if we put McQuinn in, who played a lot in the first half of the season. But then when they wanted to put Yogi Berra on right field, they moved Henrik to first base. Okay, 3 outs. We need 3 outs. The bottom of the lineup. Wow, there's a double. Double in the corner. Now it's a 2-hitter. Okay, we could lose the shutout here. And here's Jake Early. Wow, he's going to hit a double too. Okay, there all goes the shutout. And now they're going to pinch hit, I'm sure, for... Well, Tom McBride, they did a double switch. The computer can do a double switch. So they put Garcia in the pitch in the 6th slot for the right fielder, and they put McBride down in the pitcher slot. So they double switched. There's going to be a walk, and there could be a wild pitch incident coming up. I guess not. Okay, Yost. This could be a single or a fly out. So if it's a 1, if they can get a 11 to 31, it'll be a fly out. They get a 41. So bases. Well, maybe he'll try to score. Wow, he almost got thrown out. If he could have rolled a 9 instead of an 8, he would have been out at the plate. So now it's 8-2, no outs. Kozar is up. There's a fly out to center. 2 more outs to get. Cone is up. This is going to be a strikeout. 1 more out to go. Bud Stewart is up. He's their best hitter. And we might have a wild pitch. Reynolds throws a lot of them. He has to roll a 1 on a 6-sided dice to avoid. And there's a wild pitch, but no runners score. And now Stewart, lefty against righty, but he's going to strike out to end the game. So there you go. The Yankees have won another game, and Reynolds got his 13th win. Henrik was the most valuable player. And you can see now that this has been updated, so Cleveland and New York had been tied. Now New York is up by half a game. So if you enjoyed this podcast or this video, please give me a like and then subscribe if you're not subscribed. Okay, this is Lefty Dad signing off from Griffith Park.